Anthony Hartwig here with you, and we are in Girard for a very special volleyball player profile. And, shed a tear a little bit because it's the last time we get to talk to Bailey Walters, senior for Girard. Bailey, thanks for coming on again and talking to us a little bit more.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. So let's talk about this senior season. It's the last go round. What has it been like kind of dealing with the emotions and the mental kind of feelings that senior year can bring?
It's been exciting. I was really scared going into it because I thought, it's flying by like I expected it to, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been taking my time, having it go by slow so I can enjoy every moment, but I think it's been a lot of fun.
Everyone handles senior year differently. Like some people, have it not even hit until the last game. Some people think about it constantly and try to treasure every moment because they know it's their last year. Where are you handling it? I mean, has it sunk in yet that you're a senior? Or are you trying to play this season like it's any other year?
It is starting to sink in, but I personally am trying to have it go by slow. I'm trying to take my time. I don't want it to fly by. It hasn't hit me yet, but I know like coming down, this is the second half of the season and things are getting a little scary because it's getting closer to the end, but I'm still trying to enjoy every moment. I'm not letting it hit me too soon.
You talk about enjoying every moment, and this Girard team is enjoying a lot of moments today, this year. What's it been like kind of, having some new faces come on board and some players that are stepping into a lot bigger roles? And as a senior leader, seeing all that, kind of click so far this year?
It's been a lot of fun. Everyone's doing well, playing their role super well. We have two freshmen coming in who have been playing their part extremely well. A lot of new faces, but they're all doing such a great job. And I'm glad I get to kind of lead them and, accept them into the varsity team. But it's been so much fun. They've been doing such a great job.
When you think about things that you learned as a freshman that you can kind of guide them for, what kind of experience do you think you lean back on and say, hey, I went through this so I can help you through your freshman year too?
I just don't want them to come into it thinking it's scary. I want them to enjoy every moment. I want them to take their time. Don't let it fly by too quick because the next 4 years are going to be the next most fun years they're going to have of their life. It's such a great time, great experience. But as long as they take it slow, don't try and fly through everything, they'll have an amazing time.
We go through your career. You've been a libero. You've been a setter. Now you're an outside hitter. Been able to just kind of transform into whatever the team needs you to do. What's that been like for you to kind of, now you're going from setting last year and now all of a sudden here you are as one of the premier outside hitters of the team?
It's nerve-wracking for sure, coming out to be an outside, which is such a big role. Every role is so important, but being an outside is definitely out of my comfort zone. I've never done anything in the front row except for maybe set, but it's been a lot of fun being able to play everywhere. I love getting every experience, getting anywhere. I love just being able to fill in any spot that I need to. I think it's so much fun and it adds a lot of experience. So,
last year you were able to have a couple rotations where you were an outside hitter when the team needed that. What was that like for you to be able to kind of get your feet wet a little bit last year, and then of course this year, at least draw back on a little bit of that experience?
It was exciting. It was cool looking into the future and thinking this is what I'm going to be doing the whole season next year. So it was definitely needed to get my mind set straight on what I was going to be doing. But it was super cool to be able to experience that.
We've brought up the freshmen, and one of the big reasons why you're able to transition from setter to outside hitter is because you have a freshman setter that has done a pretty dang good job filling those shoes. What's it been like to watch Chloe kind of do her thing this year, run a 5-1 offense as a freshman, which is, my opinion, maybe one of the hardest things to do as a freshman? What's it been like?
It's been, it was cool. I was in her shoes at one point, but I never set, as a freshman, I was setting a 6-2. So for her to be able to step up as a freshman and set a 5-1 is insane to me. She's doing such a great job. I try and coach her, help her through it because I've set a couple years in my past, but she's doing an amazing job. She's done everything she needs to. She's filled her position perfectly. So as a freshman, she's killing it.
What's it like being on the other end of that role? Because you were a setter that had to build a relationship with their hitters, and now you're a hitter that has to build that bond and that rhythm with a setter. So what's that been like working with Chloe and building kind of a rhythm with her?
I think it helps a lot knowing what she's thinking as a setter, So I try and build her up, great set, you're doing amazing, because you don't really get that much as a setter. You don't get many doing this, doing that, so good. But it really helps a lot for me to be able to talk her through everything, to know in her shoes, setting an outside hitter is it's scary, it's hard. You're never sure if it's a perfect set or anything, but I think it really helped a lot, like being in her shoes last year. It helps for me to be able to hype her up and let her know she's doing an amazing job.
Now, it's not a huge senior class this year that you're a part of at Girard Volleyball, but it's an impactful one with a lot of leadership. So talk about what it's like to kind of go through this journey with that class and to not have all the leadership responsibilities on your shoulders.
It's super nice. I love Nico and Alexis have been doing such a great job. I love spending my last year with them. I think they've been doing such a great job as well on the court. It's really cool to spend our last year together. It's heartwarming. It's sad, but it's heartwarming. I've been playing with them for such a long time. Since 8th grade, we were all on the same team. So it's sad, but it's been really fun.
All three of you, especially Alexis, have had just phenomenal hitting percentages this year where you're being so efficient as hitters. What is letting you guys be able to stay away from those unforced errors so much and to be able to just, put the ball where it needs to go?
I think having our mind in the right place is definitely playing a big role. Knowing it's our senior year, we got to, this is our last year. We got to step up and play the best of our ability. Alexis has been killing it. Her hitting percentages are amazing. But so is Nico's. We've all been doing such a great job knowing. I think it's just what plays the biggest role is the fact that it's our last year and we should go out with a bang.
When we're talking to seniors, we like to ask about how they want to leave the program better than they found it. So what are some things that you hope this program will have as far as impacts from you being on the team after you graduate?
I just hope after this class graduates, we continue to stay more of a family instead of a team. We've built such great relationships in the past years. And with me and my dad leaving, I hope that everyone's able to stay close together and be more of a family than a team. So,
we've been keeping that storyline in the back burner because we don't want to admit that it's your dad's last year. And I don't think he really wants to admit it to everyone yet either, even though we all kind of know that he's leaving after this season, just like everyone else does. What's it like being a part of his last ride?
It's super cool. He's put such an amazing image on this program. He's done such a great job. He's led us in so many winning seasons. So it's sad to see him go, but he's done his part for sure. He's done amazing.
Now, when we ask, the leaders of tomorrow, what kind of teammate that or what kind of things they learned, I guess I should say, from you, because we always ask the leaders who they learned how to lead from. What do you hope their answers would be when we come back and do player profiles next year?
I hope that they know just to have fun. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every second of playing. Don't take everything too seriously because it's not worth it. It doesn't last long enough. I hope that they just learn to enjoy every second and always have a smile on their face.
All right, let's talk about senior year in the school. I mean, what's the senior year like? Has it kind of been easy because you've had a lot of your credits taken care of, or do you still have some pretty high pressure classes this senior year?
No, it's been pretty easy for me. I only need a couple more credits to be good to graduate with honors. So for me, it's been pretty easy. But it's been a lot of fun, too, just hanging out with, my whole class, all my friends, seeing them for the last time this year. It's been super fun, though.
What have been some of your favorite classes that you've taken? Now that you can reflect on your whole Girard career, I think last year when we got you were just starting your junior season. So what are some favorite classes now that you can reflect on the whole schooling career as a whole?
I want to say one of my favorite classes up there's got to be zoology. I took last year. We got to dissect a shark, which was super cool. And I also really liked commercial art. I think it was commercial art. Yeah, we got to make all these videos and edit them and stuff for the school. It was super cool.
When you think about future, we have to talk about your life after high school. What's in store?
I want to go to college to play, but I'm not 100% on it yet. I'm not sure where I want to go and what I want to go for. I'm a little late to that, but I know for sure I want to go to college. Probably will end up playing, but I don't know.
When we talk about the recruitment process and things that you look for in a program, something that a program could offer you to let you feel like this is home, this is where I want to be. What are you looking for out there?
I'm just looking for, I want a team that is close together. They're I don't want them to think, oh, I only have to talk to you because of volleyball. I want it to be just one big family, a bunch of friendships that are able to be built. But that's really all I look for is a positive mindset and friendships to be made.
Are you trying to kind of leave the nest a little bit, or do you want to stay pretty close to home?
Leave the nest a little bit, but not too much. Nothing out of state, but an hour or two I'd take probably.
Just enough to live away from home, right? To get that experience of leaving the nest. Mm-hmm. What makes you the most nervous about not being home anymore and the most excited? So 2-part question.
Okay. Most excited for sure is living on my own. I've just never had that experience before, so I think it'd be really cool to see how I can handle, being by myself. The scariest is for sure not having my parents with me because, I've lived with them past 17 years of my life. So it's going to be kind of scary, but that also leads into the living on my own. I have to see where everything lies and how I'm able to live by myself.
What's a daily life skill that your parents do for you that you're gonna be like having to learn how to do on your own when you leave the house?
Making my own food for sure. I'm going to struggle with that one real bad, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually.
What's one meal that you have to learn how to cook before you leave? Like you can't live without this meal that your parents or your household has.
Any sort of meat, steak, burger, chicken, I don't even know where to start. I don't know if it's cooked. I'll have to ask him questions and take notes, but that's where I'm gonna struggle.
Bailey the carnivore, give me the meat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Love it. So Bailey, when we talk about, your family, and we know so much, it's so entrenched in volleyball because your sisters and your dad all in volleyball. What's it like to be a part of your family? Give us some things that are special about it, that are unique about it, and make it, special to you.
It makes it special because I've always grown up around it. Growing up, I always went to my dad. Like I watched him coach. I watched my sister play. She ended up going to college for 4 years to play. So it's super cool to be able to continue that and see, I always thought it was so cool. I looked up to them. So like now that I'm actually here living it, it's such a crazy experience, but it's super, super cool.
Now, assuming you do play in college, which we hope you do, of
Mm-hmm.
course, your dad's in a transition from coach to just being able to be a fan and being able to watch you and support you from the bleachers. What's it going to be like to be able to make that transition where he's not your coach anymore and he's just kind of a support system and only a fan of what you're doing?
It's going to be a lot, but I think it'll be a good transition to be able to learn from someone else. He's been my coach for almost all my life. So I think it'll be cool for him to watch me get coached and learn from someone else, but it'll be good for me to get a different experience and learn different skills from what he's taught.
All right, we know that you are also very big in the community of volleyball. You've played with a lot of area volleyball players in the club scene in the off season. I mean, we look around; there's so much talent in this
Mm-hmm.
tri-county area. What's it like to kind of be able to represent that when you go to college, you're going to be able to say, "Hey, I played in this area with this player and this player and this
Mm-hmm.
player and this player." How cool is it to be in an area that's so loaded with talent?
That's something I look forward to so much, being able to play in the future and say, hey, like I played them in high school, or I saw them at club tournaments. I think that's such like an amazing part of the volleyball community is the connections that you make throughout the years. And they're always good connections. It's just such a good time to be able to make friends and like have connections with all those people. But it's an amazing thing about the sport.
Before we let you go, Bailey, we have to ask your favorite on the court memory with Girard, and then we're going to follow it up with the favorite off the court memory with Girard volleyball in your 4 years as an Indian.
That's a tough one. I'll say my favorite on the court. Probably somewhere in my freshman year. I feel like my freshman year was a really big year. I got the "She's a Freshman" chant a lot. That was probably one of my favorites. But off the court, off the court's a tough one too. I'll probably say some of the team dinners. There have been a lot of funny memories at the team dinners because they're always like it's always a big meetup at someone's house and we'll always stay after. But specifically, I don't know. I'd say probably one of my team dinners. We stayed after. We all went to the park down my street, and which was like nothing crazy. We just went down we all walked. It was super funny, but there's been so many great memories on and off the court. I can't even begin to think one or the other.
Bailey, as you know, we've done player profiles with you before. We end them by taking the limelight off yourself for a little bit and shining it on the people in your life, your support system, and the people that you know you wouldn't be where you are without. Now, then I give you a little bit of a challenge because you've been on before, so I want you to hit some people maybe that you haven't hit before. So give out some new shout-outs, maybe some thank yous that deserve it before your last one's over.
All right, I'll start with my mom for sure. I don't know if I gave her a shout-out last time, but
parents can get double, so...
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Parents
absolutely.
are double. That's free range. Mom and dad for sure, biggest supporters. My little brother too comes to every game, cheers so loud for me. My mom always has snacks on the sidelines for when I need a little snack to eat. New comer ups, our freshmen, Fiona and Chloe, such an amazing job, doing such a great part. Chloe Peaton, our sophomore, again, amazing jobs getting touches, Fiona and Chloe, our right sides, doing such a great job. Our middles, again, Brooke and Alexis, also doing amazing. Middle, so good. They're getting touched on everything. They've been so quick in the front row and so supportive of everyone. Nico accepted me into, she's a repeat, sorry, but she's accepted me into the outside position, and she's, kind of helped me come up. But Kira, also a repeat, she's doing great as a libero. Amazing job. She's so quick in the back row. Any new shout outs? I think that's it. That's all I got.
And we'll take it. We'll take it, Bailey. We want to thank you so much for all the time that you've given us throughout your career. We appreciate it. We wish you
Ava Serrano. I can't forget her. Ava Serrano. Such a great job. She's doing amazing too. Love her. She brings such a positive attitude on the court.
The nick of time right there.
Almost.
All right. Didn't forget Miss Serrano at all. So that's good. She won't come after you now.
No.
Bailey, we want to thank you again for the time. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the senior season. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much for having me.